Mastering Deep Work: How to Achieve 8 Hours of Intense Focus Without Burning Out. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're anything like me, you're constantly trying to figure out how to get more done, how to be more productive, but also how to do it sustainably without feeling completely drained by the end of the day. We all want to produce high-quality work, whether that's for our studies, our jobs, or our personal projects, and that's where the concept of deep work comes in. It's this idea of focusing without distraction on a cognitively demanding task, and it's a skill that's becoming increasingly rare and valuable in our hyper-distracted world. Now, deep work isn't just about locking yourself in a room for hours on end until you emerge, blinking into the sunlight. It's about cultivating an ability to concentrate intensely, to push your cognitive capabilities to their limit, and to produce results that are genuinely impactful. Cal Newport, in his fantastic book Deep Work, really highlights how this ability is like a superpower in the 21st century. But the big question is, how do we actually do it, especially for extended periods like a full 8-hour workday, without completely burning ourselves out? That's exactly what we're going to dive into today. In this video, I'm going to share 5 key strategies that I've found incredibly helpful and that are backed by research to help you master the art of sustained deep work. We'll cover everything from how to structure your breaks, to setting the right kind of goals, managing your time effectively, creating an environment conducive to focus, and even how your diet plays a crucial role. The goal here is to equip you with practical, actionable tips so you can hit those deep work targets and feel good while doing it. So, grab a notebook, and let's get into it. The power of pauses: why breaks are your secret weapon for sustained focus. Alright, so the first, and perhaps slightly counterintuitive strategy for achieving long stretches of deep work, is all about taking regular breaks. It might sound like taking time off work would reduce your output, but the science actually shows the opposite. Our brains aren't designed for continuous high-intensity focus for hours on end without any rest. Think of it like a muscle. If you keep lifting the heaviest weight without any recovery, you're going to fatigue quickly and risk injury. Your cognitive muscles work in a very similar way, and regular breaks are essential for recovery, maintaining performance, and preventing that dreaded burnout that can derail your productivity for days. One of the most popular and effective methods for structuring these breaks is the Pomodoro technique. I'm sure many of you have heard of it, but for those who haven't, it's super simple. You work in focused bursts, typically 25 minutes, and then take a short 5-minute break. After about 4 of these Pomodoros, you take a longer break, say 15 to 30 minutes. The beauty of this technique is that it breaks down daunting tasks into manageable chunks, gives you regular opportunities to reset your focus, and provides a sense of accomplishment with each completed interval. It's not just about the time, it's about the rhythm and the psychological reward. But Pomodoros aren't the only way to do it. The key is to find what works for you. This could mean short walks, stretching, grabbing a healthy snack, or even just stepping away from your desk to look out the window for a few minutes. The crucial thing is that the break should be a real break. Try to avoid just switching from work on your laptop to scrolling through social media on your phone, as that doesn't always give your brain the rest it needs. These intentional pauses help to replenish your mental energy, improve concentration when you return to your task, and are absolutely vital for sustaining deep work over an 8-hour period. The compass for your day: setting goals that actually propel you forward. Next up, let's talk about setting clear goals and priorities. Have you ever had one of those days where you feel incredibly busy, jumping from task to task, but by the end of it, you don't feel like you've actually accomplished anything significant? That often happens when we lack clear direction. For deep work to be truly effective, especially over a long period like 8 hours, you need a compass, a set of well-defined goals that tell you exactly what you're aiming for. Without this clarity, it's easy to get sidetracked or to spend your precious focus on less important activities. So, how do we set goals that genuinely help? One framework I always come back to is setting SMART goals. That's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Instead of a vague goal like work on Project X, a SMART goal would be complete the first draft of Chapter 2 for Project X, approximately 1,500 words, by 3 p.m. today. This level of specificity removes ambiguity and gives you a concrete target. It's also super helpful to break down larger projects into these smaller, manageable daily or session-based goals. And don't forget prioritization. Tools like the Eisenhower Matrix, urgent, important, can help you decide what truly deserves your deep work attention. The psychological benefits of having these clear, prioritized goals are immense. Knowing exactly what you need to do and why it's important significantly boosts your motivation and makes it easier to resist distractions. When you sit down for a deep work session, you're not wasting mental energy figuring out where to start. You already have a roadmap. This clarity reduces overwhelm, provides a sense of purpose, and makes it far more likely that you'll be able to sustain that focused effort needed to hit your 8-hour deep work target without feeling lost or unproductive. Chapter 3. Owning your calendar. The transformative magic of time blocking. Once you have your clear goals, the next step is to proactively manage your time to actually achieve them. And this is where time blocking comes in. Time blocking is essentially the practice of scheduling out your day, assigning specific blocks of time to specific tasks or types of work, including your deep work sessions. Instead of just having a to-do list and hoping you'll get to everything, you're treating your time like the valuable, finite resource it is and allocating it with intention. This shifts you from a reactive mode, where you're constantly responding to whatever comes up, to a proactive mode, where you're in control of your schedule. Implementing time blocking can be pretty straightforward. You can use a digital calendar like Google Calendar or Outlook Calendar, or even a physical planner. The key is to look at your tasks for the day, derived from your goals, and assign dedicated time slots for them. For example, you might block out 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. for deep work on report, then 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. for lunch and break, and 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. for shallow work and emails. It's important to be realistic about how long tasks will take, and to also schedule in those crucial breaks we talked about earlier. Don't forget to build in some buffer time for unexpected interruptions or tasks that run over. The benefits of time blocking are numerous. Firstly, it fiercely protects your deep work time from being encroached upon by less important activities or requests. Secondly, it significantly reduces decision fatigue because you're not constantly wondering what you should be doing next. Your calendar tells you. This creates a clear structure for your day, making it much easier to transition into focused work. For our goal of 8 hours of productive work, time blocking helps ensure that a significant portion of that time is genuinely dedicated to deep, meaningful tasks, rather than being frittered away on distractions or context switching. Chapter 4. Fortress of Focus. Crafting your distraction-proof sanctuary for deep work. Now, even with the best goals and a perfectly time-blocked schedule, your deep work efforts can be completely sabotaged if your environment isn't conducive to focus. We live in a world that is practically engineered for distraction, with notifications pinging, emails flooding in, and the allure of the internet just a click away. Every time you get distracted, you incur a context-switching cost, which is the time and mental energy it takes to get back into that deep state of concentration. To truly master deep work, creating a distraction-free environment is absolutely non-negotiable. Let's start with digital distractions, as these are often the biggest culprits. This means being ruthless with your notifications. Turn them off on your phone, your computer, everywhere during your deep work blocks. Consider using website and app blockers. Tools like Freedom or Cold Turkey can be lifesavers by preventing you from accessing distracting sites. One of my favorite tactics is to put my phone in another room or switch it to Do Not Disturb mode and place it out of sight. The less temptation you have, the easier it will be to maintain that precious, unbroken focus. Then there are the physical distractions in your environment. Try to declutter your workspace. A messy desk can often lead to a messy mind. If you work in a noisy environment, noise-canceling headphones can be an incredible investment. It's also important to communicate your need for focused time to family members or colleagues, perhaps by closing your door or using a Do Not Disturb sign. Each of these small changes might seem minor on its own, but cumulatively they create a fortress of focus that allows you to sink into deep work much more easily and sustain it for longer periods, helping you reach that 8-hour goal without constant interruptions. Chapter 5. Fueling your focus. The essential brain food for peak cognitive performance. Our final strategy, and one that's often underestimated, is the critical role of proper nutrition and hydration in sustaining deep work. Your brain is an incredibly energy-intensive organ, consuming about 20% of your body's total energy despite only making up about 2% of your body weight. What you eat and drink directly impacts your cognitive functions. Things like concentration, memory, mental clarity, and your ability to sustain focus over long periods. It's not just about willpower. Your brain needs the right fuel to perform optimally, especially when you're aiming for 8 hours of productive work. When it comes to nutrition, the key is to aim for stable energy levels throughout the day. This means avoiding sugary snacks and drinks that lead to energy spikes followed by crashes, which are terrible for sustained focus. Instead, focus on whole, unprocessed foods. Complex carbohydrates like oats or whole grains provide a slow release of energy. Healthy fats, found in avocados, nuts and seeds, are crucial for brain health. And lean protein helps with neurotransmitter production. Try to have regular, balanced meals and healthy snacks on hand to keep your blood sugar stable and your brain well nourished. Hydration is equally, if not more important. Even mild dehydration can significantly impair cognitive performance, leading to fatigue, headaches, and difficulty concentrating, all enemies of deep work. Make it a habit to keep a water bottle on your desk and sip from it regularly throughout the day. Don't wait until you feel thirsty, as by then you might already be slightly dehydrated. Ensuring you're properly fueled and hydrated lays a fundamental physiological foundation that supports all your other deep work efforts, making it much easier to maintain energy and focus for those extended 8-hour stretches. Your journey to sustained deep work starts now, putting it all together. So there you have it. 5 key strategies to help you master deep work and achieve up to 8 hours of focused productivity without hitting that wall of burnout. We've talked about the importance of taking regular, restorative breaks using techniques like Pomodoro. We covered setting crystal clear, smart goals and prioritizing them to guide your efforts. We dived into time blocking to proactively manage your schedule, the necessity of crafting a distraction-free environment, and finally, the crucial role of proper nutrition and hydration to fuel your brain. My biggest encouragement to you is to not just passively watch this video, but to actively start implementing these strategies into your daily routine. You don't have to do everything perfectly from day one. Maybe start by trying out the Pomodoro technique for one work block, or commit to decluttering your digital workspace. Small, consistent changes build up over time to create significant results. The aim here is to work smarter, not just harder, so you can produce your best work and still have energy left at the end of the day. I hope you found these tips helpful on your journey to mastering deep work. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What's your biggest challenge when it comes to deep work? Or what's one strategy you're excited to try? Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more videos on productivity, learning, and living a more intentional life. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.